Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tsinghua University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello, everyone. Today we are going to start with lesson 15, which is the last lesson for tissue and organs. But first, we still need to review what we learned last time. In the third part of lesson 14, we learned that for tears, we have two prefixes, dacryo, D-A-C-R-Y-O, and lacrimal, L-A-C-R-I-M-O. And for medulla, we have one prefix, medullo, M-E-D-U-L-L-O. As for fat, there's many prefixes. Adipo, A-D-I-P-O, lipo or lipo, L-I-P-O, and pio, P-I-O, pimelo, P-I-M-E-L-O, and stearo, S-T-E-A-R-O, and the last one, steato, S-T-E-A-T-O. For flesh, we have two prefixes, creato, C-R-E-A-T-O, and sarco, S-A-R-C-O. Now let's move on to lesson 15, which is the last lesson for tissue and organs. First, we are going to learn for ligament. When we want to talk about ligament in professional prefix, we have this prefix to use, desmo, D-E-S-M-O. Our example is desmodynia. Desmodynia also can be called desmoalgia, means pain in a ligament. This is our ligament. This is tendon, and this is our ligament. When our ligament is hurting, then we have desmodynia or desmoalgia. One more example is desmocyte. Desmocyte, which also called fibroblast, is a flat, elongated connective tissue cell with cytoplasmic processes at each end. Like in this picture, the NIH3T3 mouse embryo fibroblast. Desmocyte is capable of differentiating into chondroblast, collagenoblast, or osteoblast, and forming fibrous tissues in the body, such as tendons, other supporting and binding tissues too. That's desmocyte. Now, when we want to talk about muscle in professional words, we use these two prefixes, musculo, M-U-S-C-U-L-O, and myo, M-Y-O. Our example for musculo is musculocutaneous. Musculocutaneous is things that pertaining to, composed of, or supporting both muscles and skin. It can also be called myocutaneous. Our example for myo is myoatrophy. Myoatrophy is referring to a condition which we call wasting of muscle tissue. In normal muscle, is this big, but in atrophied muscle, it is very small. Then we call this is myoatrophy. Sometimes myoatrophy would happen in people who have a bone fracture, and the doctor has to use a cast to wrap around the maybe its arm or its foot. And then when the cast is on, you can't move your hand around. So when you don't exercise, then your muscle become atrophy. After the cast is removed, usually they will ask you to do exercise to gain your muscle back, or otherwise that extremity, your arm or foot, will not be as good as it was before. So it definitely needs some exercise to bring the muscle back. Let's review. The prefix for muscle is musculo, M-U-S-C-U-L-O, and myo, M-Y-O. For cartilage, we have one prefix, chondro, C-H-O-N-D-R-O. Our example for chondro is chondrogenesis. Chondrogenesis is the formation and the development of cartilage. This is the cartilage which is stained with some dye, so it looks pink. One more example for chondro is chondrocyte. This is a chondrocyte. You can see there's nucleus here, and there's mitochondria, which is labeled with M. Chondrocyte is a mature cell of cartilage. When we want to talk about tendon, we have four prefixes: tendo, T-E-N-D-O, tendino, T-E-N-D-I-N-O, and teno, T-E-N-O, and tenonto, T-E-N-O-N-T-O. Our example for tendo is tendinodesis. Notice the pronunciation change as it is connected to the suffix lysis. We pronounce it as tendinodesis. Tendinodesis is the operation of the freeing of a tendon from adhesions. It can also be called as tenodesis. Our example for tendino is tendinosuture. Tendinosuture is the suturing of the divided end of a tendon. Make two tendons connected together by suture. Our example for teno, the suffix teno, is tenodesis. Tenodesis, there's a term very interesting. I think I should introduce to all of you is tenodesis grasp and release. Tenodesis grasp and release is an orthopedic observation of a passive hand grasp, grasp and release mechanism. It actually is affected by wrist extension or flexion, respectively. It is caused by the manner of attachment of the finger tendons to the bones and the passive tension created by two joint muscles used to produce a functional movement of or a task, tenodesis. Moving the wrist in extension like this, or flexion like this, will cause the finger to curl up or straight. Now, when the wrist is flexed, and it will curl up when the wrist is, flexed. So, like this and this. You can see the finger here. When I do it like this, try it yourself too. When you do it like this, you'll find your fingers are curled. And when you let your wrist go like this, and then your fingers are straightened. This phenomenon is called tenodesis grasp and release. Okay, our example for tenonto is tenontology. Tenontology is the branch of science that has to do with all of the tendons. which is called tenontology, the study of tendons. Let's review what we learned for tendon. We have 4 prefixes: tendo, T-E-N-D-O, tendino, T-E-N-D-I-N-O, teno, T-E-N-O, and tenonto, T-E-N-O-N-T-O. For pelvis, we have 1 prefix, pelvio. Our example for pelvio is pelviotomy. Pelviotomy is the division of this part, the number 5, this part of, this whole thing is called pubic symphysis. And when we cut the number 5, the cartilage, when we cut it open, then we can widen the pelvis. This operation can be done during childbirth when there is a mechanical problem, a difficult of delivery. Then the doctor will cut the cartilage of the pubic symphysis to make the pelvis widen so the baby can be born. It is also called symphysiotomy. Okay, this part. Now we finish the first part of lesson 15. Let's review what we've learned this time. For ligament, we have 1 prefix, desmo, D-E-S-M-O. For muscle, we have 2 prefix, musculo, M-U-S-C-U-L-O, and myo, M-Y-O. For cartilage, we have 1 prefix, chondro, C-H-O-N-D-R-O. For tendon, we have 4 prefixes, tendo, T-E-N-D-O, tendino, T-E-N-D-I-N-O, and teno, T-E-N-O, and tenonto, T-E-N-O-N-T-O. Last one for pelvis. We have 1 prefix, pelvio, P-E-L-V-I-O. Now we finish the first part of lesson 15. Next time when we come back, we'll finish lesson 15, and also that means we finish all of the prefix and suffix that's related to tissue and organs. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.